Just another brother with another humble question. Just another brother with another humble question.
Welcome to another episode of A Brother with Questions. I am your host, B. Period. Man, I appreciate y'all for joining me this evening. We're about to react to this video from Piers Morgan here. But before we get started, man, let me ask, please like, subscribe to the channel, A Brother with Questions, man. Please comment too. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you think about these videos. Tell me what you think about these videos, what you think about my opinions. Tell me that you think I'm wrong, whatever you want to do, but talk to me. And we're going to jump in, man. They are talking about this Tom McDonald featuring Ben Shapiro, as it says. Song Facts is what they're talking about. And he's about to talk to Live Kweli about some of his thoughts on the song here. Let's take a look.
Hip-hop establishment. Joining me now from New York is the highly respected rapper Talib Kweli, who also co-hosts the Midnight Miracle podcast with Dave Chappelle, and the DJ and digital media mogul DJ Vlad. Well, a very high-powered panel to respond. So let me start with you then, Talib. You and I have locked horns before on Twitter, as it used to be.
Yeah, you used to troll me on Twitter.
I think we both like to express ourselves forcefully, and absolutely no problem in doing that. What is your objection to this song?
Well, first of all, forgive my voice because I'm coming off tour. My voice sounds a little scratchy.
Forgive
I want to congratulate Tom. Okay, cool. I want to congratulate Tom McDonald on his journey in sobriety because that's very important to note. That part of his story is about his journey in sobriety. I do think it's very cowardly and very racist to blame hip hop for his addiction, as if white people don't have addiction issues. That's first and foremost. But if we're going to talk about the song Facts with Ben Shapiro, let's have a facts versus feelings conversation, which is something that Ben Shapiro always says. The hook of the song is "This ain't rap," which I agree with. It's not rap. It's not hip hop. Has nothing to do with rap. Pierce, you're wrong. The song has nothing to do with rap. This song, he says, money, cars, clothes. We ain't selling drugs. We ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns. We ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs and your daughters into hoes. This is not facts. He completely erased all conscious hip hop. You see, I got this shirt from Tribe Called Quest, one of the greatest rap groups of all time. He erased what I do.
Now here, I love Talib Kweli. Okay, Talib Kweli, DJ High Tech, man. That should be that is one of the classic hip hop albums, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm a fan. Get by, I'm a fan. Here's my problem though. Come on, dude. How we not gonna refer to this as rap? And I say that because, right, I went and I kind of went down a little bit of the Tom McDonald train, if you will, to try and understand, because up until this particular controversy with this song Facts, I wasn't familiar with him. And so went down, listened to some of the videos on his YouTube channel. And Tom McDonald is doing what a lot of white rappers do. They go in between the genre of making rap records and then the genre of sort of making, I don't know what you call it, that alternative kind of music. You know, they start playing the guitar and they do a little voice, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. This is the same route that Post Malone basically is on right now. And so I don't think they would not say Post Malone is a rapper. So for him to call Tom McDonald not a rapper, I think, come on, man, you're being a little disingenuous, right? Post Malone, you know, I know he doesn't have the biggest song right now, but I mean, 3-4 years ago, Post Malone was everything. At least that's what they tried to tell me, because I wasn't listening. But that's what they told me. And so, and Tom McDonald is doing the same thing. And so, come on, we gotta do better, Kweli.
Erase what my people do, and most of my friends don't rap about those things. Tom is lying about rap.
Well, yeah, but hang on. Okay, all right. Hang on. I don't think he's saying.
Now, come on, Kweli. Lying about rap, Kweli. And now, Kweli, again, if you don't know Kweli, please go check out Talib Kweli. Most deaf Talib Kweli. I mean, the man has a catalog. But to say what Tom McDonald is saying about rap isn't true is just not true, right? So when we're talking about mainstream hip hop, the hip hop that the kids would identify with, the hip hop that's played on the radio, the hip hop that is more often than not discussed publicly, everything Tom McDonald said was true. Now, are there conscious rappers like a Kweli, like a Common, like a, we got to go back to like a Tribe Called Quest, people who do conscious hip hop? Yes, they exist, and they had bigger platforms in the 90s than they do in the I would say maybe 90s, early 2000s or so, than they do in 2023. But today, when you turn on the radio, when you listen to what is your kid's favorite song, if you will, it's exactly what Tom McDonald is talking about in his chorus. So I think he's being a bit disingenuous, right? But I get it. It's Ben Shapiro, and they're propping in this song up as if it's the best thing that's come out, which is obviously, I listened to the song. It's certainly not the best thing that's ever been written per se, so I get the pushback, because we don't want to act like, and we shouldn't act like this is the best rap song ever made. I think that's disingenuous. But let's keep going.
All rappers do. In fact, you made a point of saying he doesn't mean all rappers or all hip hop stars, but there's no doubt some do. There's no doubt some do that.
He made a point, of course, and there's some country music artists and some heavy metal artists that participate in violent and sexual content. But I would never make a song. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't specify that he meant some rap in the song. He specified that on your show when you question him. But on the song, he's saying, I'm trying to be offensive, and I'm hoping to upset people. So guess what? As a black man who does hip hop, I'm offended. If you were trying to offend me, well, then you did a good job.
And I think that was his point too, right? He wanted to push the buttons. And again, I get Kweli's in his feelings right now, and he's certainly welcome to be. But when I'm listening to that song, I'm listening to the song going, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? But I don't even know why people are offended. Like, what are people offended by in this song? He was obviously doing hyperbole. And if you listen to most hip hop, most of them would tell you they're doing hyperbole too. So why is this song and the hyperbole that he's saying so much more offensive than the hyperbole that we get from your average black rapper? I just don't understand what's the pushback, especially from a guy like Kweli. He is not known to be, I would say, sensitive.
To claim that rap or art is a cause of violence or cause of addiction in his life is irresponsible and hypocritical. When a bomb drops in a nation, it falls on the just and the unjust. I watched a movie called Oppenheimer last night about a white man who made an atomic bomb that dropped on Japanese people because another white man genocided 6 million Jewish people. Killers of the Flower Moon is a great movie about a white men who go and pillage and steal from Native American people. Yesterday, a Trump fan from Philly decapitated his father because his father was voting for Joe Biden. That's like vanilla ISIS. You can't tell me that in the culture that he claims that he stands for, that there's no violence and sex. You can't.
So he went down a hole here, and I'm trying to understand what this has to do with the song Facts. So I'm trying to understand the connection here. Now they're reacting. Piers Morgan did a brief interview with Tom McDonald, and so in some of this he's reacting from that, but I just don't understand all of these connections that he's trying to make. Again, with Tom McDonald, he didn't necessarily, I didn't see, certainly in the interview prior to this or the or anything in the song that suggested that he was blaming violence on hip hop. I mean, you can't blame violence on hip hop. We love violent movies in this country. John Wick is one of the most violent movies you can watch, and it was also #1 at the box office. So violence is what we do, and what we love. So I don't think that's the issue. So, and again, how that relates to facts and how that relates to the fact that, the most popular artists do talk about sex, drugs, and money consistently in their songs. I don't understand how any of that has to do with this song, Facts. Again, he's a little sensitive, it feels like right now.
Tell me that anyone who supports Trump, like Tom McDonald does in his music, after Trump's mugshot, after January 6th, after this man has been indicted for rape and has 91 felonies, you can't tell me about Blue Lives Matter. You can't tell me that you're about law and order. You're being a hypocrite.
Okay, powerful words. DJ Vlad, you've been sitting there patiently. What do you make of all this?
Real quick, again, what does Trump have to do with any of this? I mean, I would see that Tom McDonald probably does like Trump, but I believe Tom McDonald is also a Canadian. So is he even voting in this country? But I don't know. I don't know. I think I love Kweli, but we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one.
I mean, I agree. Someone with Talib Kweli, who's also a friend of mine. The problem is that when you talk about rap and you want to talk about the gangster lyrics, the violent lyrics, the drug lyrics, when you look at rap as a whole, when you look at the biggest rappers in the world right now, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, these guys aren't rapping about drugs. They're not talking about violence. They're not talking about, beating women or whatever else. And I think a lot of times when you have these songs that try to generalize these types of things, it oversimplifies things and it gives rap in general a bad name.
I hate that they try, and I'm not saying Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole, when you talk about, especially in a particular generation, those guys are certainly going to be held on, well, Kendrick and J. Cole more so than Drake per se. Those guys are going to be held on a bigger platform than, let's say, Lil Baby, right? But at the same time, they weren't playing Kendrick music like that when he dropped his last album. But they was playing Lil Baby like that. Even J. Cole. J. Cole is a big rapper, and J. Cole does a lot of work, but J. Cole don't get the radio hits that Lil Baby gets. And so I feel like they're being a little bit disingenuous when you say that those are the biggest rappers and they don't do that. But yeah, that's 3 examples though too. That's 3 examples of, I can name 10 who also get, as again, comparatively, these guys are getting more radio play than Kendrick and J. Cole for sure. A Lil Baby, a Lil Durk, Cardi B, a Megan Thee Stallion. What's the other young girl name? Oh man, Ice Spice, right? Oh gosh, what's the girl? The red girl. I can't think of her name right now. Sexy Red, right? They're not getting more buzz than those people, right? They're just not. And certainly in terms of radio play, they're not getting that kind of buzz. They just aren't. Now, do people go buy their music? They buy their music a ton. J. Cole is selling a lot of music, and selling a lot of arenas and things of that nature. But radio play? He's not competing on radio play. Drake clearly is. But not Kendrick and J. Cole. And even if you do take that though, like I said, there's 3 examples. You just gave me 3 examples, but we can do 20 of them that are doing exactly what Tom is talking about. So come on, guys. Let's just be honest with it.
So it's kind of annoying. And, listening to the song, on face value, it doesn't sound like he's really saying anything wrong. But a lot of times when you have these sort of white supremacist type of sayings, like, for example, all lives matter, from the outside looking in, of course, all lives matter. But it's really a shot at Black Lives Matter and kind of trying to undermine that type of thing. So I really don't like, what we call in hip hop sneak dissing. And I feel the song has a lot of sneak dissing.
Tell him, would it be fair to say,
I hate that, man. White supremacists, rappers, undertones. Let's just be honest. They made a sarcastic song about the things that we know go on in hip hop that we don't address because we give everybody their flowers. And when we get called out on it, whether it's by a Tom McDonald and a Ben Shapiro, which is really what they're reacting to. They're reacting to Ben Shapiro and the fact that there's a lot of people that don't like Ben Shapiro. That's what they're really reacting to. But this idea that this particular song is racist undertones, you gotta be kidding me, man. It's a satirical song about what goes on in rap, in my opinion. And the only way you break satire is by proving it wrong. If it wasn't true that the biggest rappers are talking about what he's talking about, he wouldn't be able to make the song. So if we have a problem with the song, change the culture. The number 2 song was a song talking about exactly what he said. So the number 1 song is him, and they're doing that by, collecting their community, and he has quite a community. If you go to his YouTube page, he has over 4.5 million subscribers on his YouTube page. The average video that he drops gets over 4 million views. The facts video is over 13 million views last time I checked. So he's got a ton of traffic that's going to him. And so on iTunes, he's pushing this song up. But come on, it's not even the best song. It's just a song. The hate and the turmoil that it's stirring up, it's just, in my opinion, it's just a waste of time on everybody's part. Quite honestly, if y'all would stop talking about this, it wouldn't be where it is. And so for them to sit up here and act like this particular song is what's wrong in society is disingenuous. Because this song doesn't have little girls, 3-year-olds, talking about gyrating their bodies. And I can think of a ton of songs that have 3-year-olds gyrating their body, that has 3-year-olds talking about their parts. So to act like this song is the problem is so ridiculous, when there is clearly much more bigger problems in this rap world, if you will. It's absolutely ridiculous. And so we need to get out of our feelings, those of you who are in your feelings, and stop pretending like this song is the problem and start doing something about it, doing something about the songs that are. Because if you don't like his song, that's fine. But go call out the people who his song is referring to and leave him alone, because he's just a guy. And this too shall pass. That's it, man. I'm B period.